perfect timing, right? Yep.
Right on time.
All right, we got.
That's like I think that's a record for us to start right.
I know, right?
I know, right?
It was a couple of minutes late here.
Watch live, Mesa Sean.
And we are live right now. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tweet out the YouTube gaming. Hey, everybody's in chat here. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Gaming, A-Train99, Rebel Wild. Well, Steve Dam.
Sean, you got a question too for the thing?
For what?
The giveaway.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, we're gonna give away a.
I just thought of that, like, we didn't talk about
that. The thing.
Yeah. For those who just got here, we're gonna give away a copy of Forsaken with the annual pass provided by Activision, and I'm gonna ask a question when we finish the podcast, and this will be just for people in chat. Whoever answers it right first, what I'll do is I'll type the question in chat. Time Splitter knows how I do this every time, where I type it in chat just because if I say it in chat, if I say it on mic and there's a delay or lag or anything like that, it won't be fair. So what I'll do is I'll type the question in chat, and then whoever answers it first. But please only answer it if you don't have Forsaken. If you have Forsaken, or actually if you have a friend that doesn't have Forsaken and you want to give it to him, then by all means, stuff like that.
Mark, I just realized our logo is covering up my Cade post.
Yeah, that's what I told you, dude. Dude, I've tried moving. You can't. Skype is it's so stupid.
Damn. I put that poster up just for tonight's show.
Slide it over, man. Slide it over behind you.
Well, it's pinned to my wall. It's pinned up. Whatever.
What's up, everybody in chat? What's the soft cap? I don't know yet.
Probably, I'm guessing 500.
Well, the thing is, the soft cap changes constantly. You know what I mean? Like, remember with Warmind, or even it depending on where you are, milestone-wise, it'll go up a little bit, then it'll go up a little more. Hey, Chewy, what's up, dude?
All righty, stream. Well, what is up, guys? Are you ready? Are you hyped? We're now what? We're
big episode we got here.
20-something hours, less than 20
Jack
hours.
Wolf.
Right? We're in the teens hours away, guys.
Yeah.
Gonna be so good. So good. So we got a good one in store. Obviously, like Sean said, guys, here in the chat, if you are here with us, we're giving away a copy of Forsaken plus the annual pass for the PlayStation 4 provided by Activision. So we're going to, a little bit later on, I'm going to mention it here in the top of the show once we get recording, but we will put it in the chat. So you guys here in the chat will be able to possibly win that. And then we got callers coming up a little bit later. We're just talking hype. Yeah. Sean's talking about his trip to Bungie. We're talking about Gambit. We're talking about. I want to talk about the soundtrack. God, there's just so much to talk about. So let's do this.
Yeah, I got to buy the soundtrack.
Oh, Sean, it's so good. All right, you boys ready? Here we go.
Ready.
Guardian Radio episode 265. Let's go get it. Welcome everyone to Guardian Radio, the first and longest running Destiny podcast on the net. You are tuned into episode 265. My name is Mark Turcotte, and joining me this week from the Dub Den, K-Dub. K-Dub, what's up, dude?
Named by a listener that sent us an email. The Dub Den is in, and all I got to say is this. All right.
Yeah.
Let's play some Gambit, baby. Woo! Let's go.
That's right. Big thanks to Jason. He emailed us last week saying that he thought we should call it the Dub Den. So I wanted to definitely start using that. He even quoted me saying, and joining us from the Dub Den, it's K-Dub. What's up, man? Put that right in the tweet, or in the email.
It worked out.
So awesome. Well, we got lots to talk about. Let's move on here to our final co-host here from the Heart of Queens, Mesa Sean. Sean, what's up, dude?
What's up, guys? Did you guys hear the quote from the Drifter where he said he's pawned his Galahorn? I want to know who did he pawn his Galahorn off to. And he said he was at the Battle of... There was some good lines from him in there. He said he was at the Battle of Twilight Gap and stuff, but... Yeah, keep the intro short. Got back from Bungie, was there. Put up a whole bunch of videos this morning with a whole bunch of new content. We'll discuss what I can talk about at this juncture. And tomorrow I might be able to talk a little bit more. We're going to give away a full copy of Destiny 2 Forsaken with the annual pass at the end of this. So if you're in chat, stay to the end of the stream and you might have a chance at winning it. And let's get into it, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, what's up, everybody? Thank you here for joining us.
I think he pawned it to Zur, by the way.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He gave it to Zur, and Zur sold it to us the first week of Destiny 1.
He sold it to K-Dub because K-Dub never got one to drop,
That's right. I bought mine. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
What's up, everybody here? Thank you, as always, for joining us for our pre-Forsaken show. We got so much coming up on the episode this week. We got call-ins. We have, like Sean said, his trip to Bungie. We have the roadmap. We have the soundtrack. We have our Gambit impressions. Just so much to get to. And this is it, boys. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for really since Destiny 2 came out, I almost want to say, is for this huge expansion. I mean, hell, even where this expansion is going, we've been waiting for the story content and that's coming. But real quick housekeeping here at the top of the show, guys. Don't forget, follow us at Guardians of D on Twitter. Email us feedback at theguardiansofdestiny.com. Tell us what your thoughts are on Forsaken, because by the time any of you are hearing this, you're either hours away from the launch of Forsaken, or it's already come out, and we want your thoughts for next week, because, of course, next week we're going to be diving into it all. And don't forget, if you want to help support the show, you can do so by becoming a subscriber to our Podbean patron campaign. We have EBD Radio, which gets you access to Everything But Destiny, where we talk about everything but Destiny. And you have until the 10th of this month to become a member, and we're going to be sending that out and recording it very, very soon. So $5 gets you access to that. You can find it on our website. It's in the show notes. And other than that, boys, are we ready?
It's adult content, and it's pretty funny, so you might want to check it out.
Yes. So let's just jump into it, guys. I don't even want to go through our whole dispatches from the Traveler. Let's just jump in. And Sean, I think everybody wants to know your thoughts. You released a few videos today.
Yeah.
I know there's only certain things you can talk about. How was the mission to Alderaan, or I'm sorry, to Bungie?
Yes. Alderaan, it's not Star Wars, man.
that was my secret code last week. It's like he's on a secret mission to Alderaan.
The joke that I can make is last year, December, January, February, my comments were dead game, give it up, this game's never coming back. Right. And I think Bungie could say, or I could say right now, hold my beer. This is the Taken King of Destiny 2, if not bigger and if not better. Safe to say, they learned their lesson. You know, a lot of the things that we discussed in the summit came to fruition, and that's what Steve Cotton and Scott Taylor mentioned in a recent interview and stuff. And it was blown away. I posted the first story mission today, and I cut out epic cinematics. You could tell they spent a lot of money on these cinematics. I cut them out because no spoilers. It's just you fighting with Kate 6 and Petra in the Prison of Elders. And it's interesting because you finally get to see where all these baddies were when we were in or fighting the prisoners of the Prison of Elders back during the House of Wolves and Age of Triumph or whatever. And it's just like the skyboxes of how far up you see where all the prison cells are and everything. It was just epic. And then we got to play some Gambit, and we got to use the new supers. Now, I don't have any Titan gameplay. I apologize.
Mesa fail on that. They're talking about your Mesa fail.
That's debatable, but I spent a lot of time.
Wait a minute. It was just because everybody knows the Titans are just going to be epic that we don't even need to bother looking at any of these other ones, right? It's just no.
I'll go with that. Well, I played with the Titan missile super, where you launch yourself as a arc-seeking missile. But I got to play on the Voidwalker, which was probably my favorite subclass, I think, that I'm going to run in Forsaken, where you turn yourself into basically a bomb, right? So you have R1 and R2. So what happens is you pop the super, and then you hold down R1 and you charge. The longer you hold it down, the bigger the explosion. And then you could either tap R1 to... Yeah, did I say
turning yourself into a scorch cannon?
Yeah, so basically, like, you hold down R2 to charge, release to explode, tap R1 to quickly teleport, or press L3. But I found that was cumbersome, where you just literally explode, tap R1, and you just boom, like that. Wow. And then I used the Stormcaller Chaos Reach, which is that big beam where they shoot out. But
your Iron Man.
I totally Mesa failed because they had on. We did have new exotics on it. And one of the boots was the more damage that you do on any enemy will extend the duration. Because the first thing that came to my mind was like, it's powerful, but man, this thing runs out so quick. Well, there's exotic boots that when you put them on, when you're causing damage, will extend it. So if you're laying into a boss, that's great. I used it a couple times to kill Guardians when I would go and invade. And it only really worked with killing Guardians if they were clumped up. In Gambit, there was like two people, together. There was another exotic for the Voidwalker that helped with your grenade charges. And every time you got a kill with your melee or your grenade with the Voidwalker, you would get what's called, I think, Dark Matter, I think was the name of the perk that procs, where you get your ability energy back faster, and you also heal yourself a little bit. When you throw a grenade, if you charge it, you throw these little handheld mini Nova bombs. And when you melee, you actually create like a little void explosion. And then I was using the exotic Chromatic Fire, which everyone is really, really looking forward to. That's the Warlock chest piece that turns any kinetic weapon into it makes an elemental explosion when you get a precision kill, right? So I was using it on some auto rifles, and the explosion is not that big, folks. Don't get your hopes up that it's going to be like Graviton Lance, because that's initially what I thought. I was when they showed the initial clips, but if you get a bunch of ads kind of clustered up, and you say get like 2 precision kills, the 2 explosions will kind of stack with each other because they're right next to each other. But I was thinking like for some fun builds with it, if you run like a Void Walker, there's Void Burn, you run Graviton Lance, and then let's say a high impact scout rifle, and you're running Void, that will then make Void explosions. And then if you run Solar,
nice.
It makes solar explosions. So I think it was more good for like kind of ad control and things that are easily taken down. The Hunter was, oh my God, the Way of the Thousand Cuts is stupidly fun. It is all about burning, okay? It's about burning. So if you burn things with your grenade, or you can burn things with your throwing knives. Now, it's not a throwing knife, it's throwing knives where you throw out 3 blades. And when you're burning things, you get your abilities to charge back faster. So you throw it, they start burning, you see your abilities start coming back up.
Oh, nice.
And also, if you if something's burning and then you kill it while it's burning, then you get your dodge to recharge much faster. And then the Way of the Thousand Cuts, you do this really cool spin like animation, and then you throw them out. Right. Like all these blades. Now, there's a exotic that I had on me. The name is escaping me. I'd have to go through my videos today. But there's an exotic where hits and kills with Way of the Thousand Cuts significantly gives you your super energy back to you. So at one point, if there's a whole bunch of ads, you throw it. If it hits or kills anything, you'll see like a good, I'd say, quarter of your super energy come back. Because every time you use it, you just get one. That's it. You know what I mean? Then there was, let's see, the Void. Okay. Then there's the Void Dancer, or the Way of the Wraith, right? I got to be frank. I was just popping it and mashing the buttons, okay? This one, I think, is going to be a little bit of a skill gap, but it's an interesting one because this one's, people are going to get annoyed with this one. Because
this where you're invisible, right?
Well, if you crouch and get a precision kill, you go invis, and you gain what's called True Sight, where you see pulsating people through walls, all right?
Okay.
So expect a lot of annoying... Night Stalkers are annoying as is, and I play as a Night Stalker for PvP only.
It's going to be kind of like the vision from that bow.
That's exactly what it looked like, dude. Exactly what it looked like. So you crouch, you get a precision kill, you go invis, and now you gain True Sight, and you can see people through walls. And you pop the super, you go instantly invis, and then you got these 2 blades, and you just start dicing people up like that. So a Void Dancer, as we called it. I got a little bit of time on the Arc Strider, and it's not that much different. You have a few new lunges and stuff, but the main thing is you got this thing called Whirlwind Guard, where you're twirling around your arc staff. And first you're like, all right, what's the big deal with that? Well, if projectiles hit your arc staff, then all of a sudden when you come out of the whirlwind, your arc staff now has triple the damage. Oh, so that's going to be, there's going to be some skill involved with both of these.
So wait a minute, Sean, from the videos we've seen, I thought he was deflecting them back. So are you actually doing both?
You're doing both, yeah. So you can deflect the projectiles back, but it says, I can't read you or talk about what was in the nodes. That's part of the NDA. But Game Informer said you triple your arc staff damage based on what you take in terms of projectiles. So I could see that being some skill. I mean, just in terms of, let's say for PvE, right? You have a big yellow bar that you want to kill. He's surrounded by ads. You start walking towards them. You're twirling your arc staff, right? You're absorbing all of them shooting at you. And then you start laying into all of them, and you're doing triple damage right now.
Oh, man.
You know? So
it seems to me like it's going to be in D2 a similar thing like how it used to be in D1. When somebody popped their super, you just turn and run. You just turn and run.
Yeah, just get out of there because like when the Sentinel Titans, if I see a Sentinel Titan and he's doing the blocking thing and walking towards me, I'm out of there like Vladimir, as I say in my dumb videos. But
I think what's interesting, and I remember I was talking about this probably a few months ago when all the supers were revealed, is that it seems like with the raid now focusing on more bosses, we're going to have more bosses than ever before. And if you think back to the original D1 raids, you needed certain classes in your fire team almost. I mean, you didn't have to, but it made it easier, right? When you said, okay, we need everybody, don't kill any of the thralls, let the, shoot out your tether so we can get enough orbs to go. Like, everybody was playing their role. And it seems like the way these supers are built, there's going to be a lot of just nuances to we need certain people at the certain moments rather, outside of just, like you said, Caleb, the fact that we're just able to melt people in like mayhem, and you're able to just be so much more lethal across the board. I honestly like. I want to send Claude some cupcakes. Like Claude is the guy that creates these supers, and man. God,
he's a genius. I didn't get to talk to him. I saw him going out to lunch, and I didn't want to bother him. But he's the mastermind. I think there was a great interview Game Informer did with him. The work he did was absolutely awesome. Because I mean, let's face it, supers are the most fun things to do within the game, and the fact that we're getting 9 new supers, and folks need to realize. Game Informer in one of the interviews said that not all of the supers will be available at launch, and everyone was kind of getting upset about it. Relax, folks, okay? This is an enormous expansion. We will have time. Let's not rush into things and complain. But in the latest ViDoc, one of them said that their goal for this year is no content droughts, between live events, the annual pass updates, Iron Banner, They literally every day, every week, there should be something for you to log in to do within the game.
Awesome. So you think overall, compared to the size, I mean, we heard them talking about how much bigger it is than Taken King.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely
Let's
bigger
just
than Taken
say,
King style.
All right, let me try to word this correctly. I saw and did a lot of things I can't talk about. And I left there blown away by what I saw and did. And I'm very comfortable in saying that this is going to be the best expansion that we've ever seen before.
So good, man.
Hands down. So
awesome.
Read into that one, folks. Sorry.
All right.
I can't go any further,
All right. Well, let's. I don't want to dig too much because I mean this is right on the brink here. Everybody's going to be diving into this very, very soon. Where I mean we're less than 18 hours away or whatever it is at this point as we're recording this. But let's talk about something that everybody did get to play for 24 hours on Saturday, and that was Gambit. So yes, everybody finally got to get into it. If you haven't been able to get to one of the events this summer and play it, now you had your shot. Caleb, I want to throw it to you. Well, actually, you played it, I guess, at Guardian Con, but I want to throw it to you first because I know you got to kind of get in here and.
I really played it nonstop from day one, or from the very beginning when it came live. And there's some really cool tips and tricks that we'll tell you guys. We'll talk about meta. We'll talk about some guns and stuff that you have to have. Sleeper, obviously, it became a topic. But some of the things that people need to realize when you're playing Gambit are, a lot of people are just going and you're just shooting enemies and banking your moats and then, invading as soon as your portal comes up and just trying to kill. There's a lot more. The tactics to what to do and when to do it are important. It's not just when your portal comes up, go. The things that you need to watch and learn in Gambit are when to invade and when it's important and what the other team is doing. You can tell what they're doing by what the scoreboard is doing at the top. So if they've only got, let's say, 10 on the scoreboard, the gray bar that goes next to where their score is how many moats they're holding. Right, so you can see if they're holding up to bank for like a big blocker or something. So if their score is 15 and there's no gray bar going past that, don't go invade right then. It's gonna be worthless. So what you want to do is when that gray bar is big, what you want to do is time placing a blocker and invading. So, and you want to maybe put a medium blocker because those are sometimes the one with the shield or the one that shoots fire. And so the tactics of when and how to do things are important. It's not just go willy-nilly all over it. I will also say this. Solo queuing was much more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It is absolutely a team-based activity.
Yeah.
When I played with a team, I think I lost one match I'm calling it 2 days because it was obviously I slept overnight, but in the 2 days when with a full team, I only lost maybe one match. We actually had one match. I was playing with some of my friends from Lost Fire Team. We won a match 75-0. That's hilarious. They didn't bank a single moat because we were doing it the right way and going in, putting blockers, having our invader go in. That we had a dedicated invader, and there's tactics to doing this that are really, really good and really important to win and be more successful. If you're solo queuing and you see that somebody's just going to boom, he goes in every single time that the thing goes up, fine, let him do it. But you need to know how to get get your motes, bank them. The sin number one is don't die to PvE enemies.
Yeah,
it's just the worst. And so and I know
Crimson.
I know Sean was using Crimson to keep the health regen. It's really a difficult decision with what exotic to use, because
Isn't
at first
that great though, man. That's what
I
love about it. There's Caleb's going through all these tactics, and on the surface, this game looks so simple, but it's not. There is so much, and I do want to say though, I agree with you that it definitely is better with a team. But I only was able to get in. I said it last week. I was at Myrtle Beach all weekend, but I got about 6 to 7 games in, solo queued every single one. Only lost one. It would have been better, of course, with the team, no doubt. But as long as you do like what you were saying, when I saw somebody they wanted to be the invader, you have to know the roles. And I wish I did. I don't have it with me. The guys at Crucible Radio came up with the names for each of the roles. That I don't know where these names came from, but it was like it just made sense. It was like support, invader. Not damage,
collector,
but it was like
collector,
right? And it's like if you go in and say, if I see this guy doing that, this is the role I'm gonna play, and you gotta learn on the fly. Yeah. But definitely as a team, it would be so. I'm playing this like, man, this would be so much easier if I had a team. But
because I want to say,
I like what you're doing with the tactics.
I started with Graviton because those extra explosions are good. I can stay back, shoot the enemies. They're dropping motes. If somebody else is your collector, they're picking them all up and banking. And I started with Graviton. But when I started just getting smoked constantly by Sleeper, and I never grinded and got my Sleeper, and I got killed probably 20 times on that first afternoon, the evening, playing Gambit. And I'm like, okay, I got to go get Sleeper. And that night, I had somebody come help me that knew where all the nodes were, and I had enough of those resonance stems to combine them and go get each node, and got the 15 nodes, did my thing, got my Sleeper, and then day 2 when I went in, I was just smoking fools with Sleeper. And it's great for not only, so a couple things about Sleeper, not only can you one-shot somebody that's invading that's even on their super, you can crush the boss, but the biggest tactic when you get your Primeval out is make sure you clear all the things around him before you kill the Primeval.
What do they call it? Envoys? Primeval envoys?
Right.
Lieutenants.
Once you take them down, you start getting damage buffs up to 4 times, right? 4 times damage.
Well, because when the Primeval first comes out, you're only doing 6 times damage, and then once you clear them, and as time goes on, it ticks up to 10 times damage. So what the tactic that I was using, which is great, is we clear the envoys. I'm a Solar Titan, so I go hit him with Melting Point, and now you're doing 50% more damage to the boss, and you're at 10 times, and you're using Sleeper. And when you're using Sleeper, by the way, shoot it into the ground, so then the reflections come up and hit him, and you melt the boss. Use your supers, use your heavy, use all that stuff, and that's the way to take your Primeval down really quick.
Imagine what you're going to be able to do with the Warlock, dropping down that massive field.
Yeah,
like you throw a melting point. You're just gonna melt that boss, man.
One of the things that I found is that I ran into these yokels when I was playing solo who all they want to do is PvP, invade every single time.
Right.
And they lost every single game because they're too busy trying to PvP to get clips and YOLO swag, MLG Pro, let's go big play moments. And that's not how it works. Now, but it goes back to what you were saying, know your role, right? So I was running Crimson, so I'd be rushing into the ads, clearing them out, and killing as many as possible and collecting all the modes. When I would get 10, I would send a blocker. If it was early on and I could get 15, I'd send in the big ogre. But I found the ogres, they would get killed quickly. I'd rather send 2 knights in than one big ogre.
With you, Sean.
Another thing, too, that I did when I was with a team was we had our designated PvPer, which is Rocco. Shout out to him and Son of Krypton and Sergio. So Sergio and I were the ones grabbing all the modes. But one thing that I did was I found, you know what? I'm going to stay on the bank, and I'm going to scout rifle the ads. You guys pick them up, and every time taken blockers come in, I'm there waiting for them. I throw a grenade down, shoot them, they're done or whatever. So I'm still helping the team by shooting ads from far away. They're dropping modes. Surge is picking them up over there. But it's all team chemistry and stuff. And I would only go to invade, or I'd call out, listen, I have a Dawnblade, and I noticed all the clips from the YOLO swag on MLG Pros on Twitter were all Dawnblade. Dawnblade, in my opinion, was the best super in terms of
I did
clearing.
cross map somebody as an invader with a hammer. I mean, as soon as I came in, I saw him at the spawn point and just chucked one, and then I went and I killed somebody. I killed somebody else with sleeper before that hammer landed and went boop and killed him.
That's awesome.
A big thing too is, guys, I don't know. I mean, most people probably know this, but if you don't, there is an underbelly to the bank.
Yes.
Go under the underbelly.
Go under there.
I did that every single time. They never know where you are because the first thing I do when he calls.
You mean as an invader? You mean as an invader?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
when I'm invading, they can never see. Thank you, X-Lyris. Every time that I would go and invade or whatever, first thing I want to do is I want to go for cover so they can't see me. Because when I get invaded, first thing I do is I back off, I jump, Warlock, of course. I jump and I do a scan, and as soon as I spawn them, I start calling out. When I would invade, I'd come in and I would go straight to the bank, and I'd get a look for, if someone was by himself, I'd go for them. If I had a full Dawnblade, I'd go for the double if two people were clumped up. But I would always go underneath the bank, come up around it, and they didn't know what hit them and this and that. You know what I mean?
So something else that I wanted to point out is, if you're getting invaded, don't go hide. Because while maybe you don't feel like you're the best PvP person, the invader can see you no matter where you are.
Yeah,
and if you just go hide, they're going to come find you and
I was gonna say, there was a couple times, dude, where I would invade and you just see the guy standing there. I'm like, really, man? Sleeper to the face, done.
Right.
There's one tunnel that where you spawn in. For some reason, there's a tunnel. You can go in there. And for the first few matches, I would hide in there all the time. And then all of a sudden, a Titan with the perfect paradox, boom, 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 would just come. Like, where did he come from? You know what I mean? So, good tip, K-Dub. Don't hide.
Yeah, don't hide. I mean, you got a better shot trying to shoot him and take him out. I mean, all I saw was golden guns coming in, which is a really good super to invade with.
Yeah. Goldies are good.
Goldies are good. If you see somebody pop a Goldie, or they come in and they go and they do pop that, that's maybe the only time that you might want to try and avoid. Obviously, you want to not be in line in sight line with them.
Yeah, get some cover
and wait for it to run out. But if it's anybody else, you just don't hide because they know where you are. So that's the coolest thing. That's really the neat thing about invading, is that they give you a huge advantage as an invader, but with sleeper, you can one-shot them the heck out of there. I even missed somebody once, and the ricochet killed them.
So what do you think they're going to do? Because it seems like everyone in the community, the vocal minority PvP community is bitching and moaning about Sleeper Simulant. What do you guys think?
You know what, Sean? I saw somebody put it out there, and they're right. Like, Forsaken's not out yet. So right now, Sleeper is the best with year 1 weapons, but until we have the full arsenal of year 2 with armor perks and all these things coming in, we don't really know if Sleeper is going to stay at the top of the meta. I mean, if it does after a week or so and we see people still using it and it's still one-shotting people out of supers, which honestly really shouldn't be a thing. I mean, I can see maybe one-shotting an invader not in their super, but when they're in their super, that just shouldn't happen. I mean, I can see it dropping them down quickly. But
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know, man.
They've got such an advantage with an overshield and being able to see you through walls and everything. There should be a weapon that you can take them out with. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Now, somebody did want us to talk about Risk Runner. Risk Runner was a really good exotic for if you're going to be in the role of just taking out ads,
especially Fallen. Yeah, Fallen.
Right. Then it's really good, and you should pay attention to those type of things as far as what enemy it is, and maybe you're going to have a different loadout for each enemy. But Risk Runner was really good for if you're going to be the person to just take out ads and make motes drop. It was good. But me being sometimes an invader, I wanted to make sure I could snipe the invader, and I wanted to do damage on the boss. Sleeper was the way to go. And I went shotgun. And I had to switch to what I'm hoping is we will the scout rifle. I wanted to go shotgun, scout rifle, sleeper, and it's difficult to get a scout rifle that goes in your secondary slot. You know what I'm saying? That takes so the only one I had was Manananan.
And they nerfed explosive payload by accident.
I know, so it was difficult.
I hope they fix that before.
Right, so that was the only problem that I had was that, and then so I tried a few other guns. But you want to make sure that you have that scout rifle thing so you can do serious damage from a distance on not only PvE enemies, but if you don't have heavy and you don't have stuff that you could use to, for sleeper, that you can actually do damage to that invader. And the scout rifle worked good, but man, it was rough to fight. The only thing I had was Manananan that would work in that.
Yeah. Sleeper was super satisfying though, dude. As much as I know it needs to be like nerfed in that. I mean, there was one moment where an invader came in and he was running at me with a shotgun, and you could just tell, like in his head, he was just like, "I got you," and it was just like, "Nope," zzz, boom, you just take that shot and just gone.
And it's easier to hit than a sniper too, because with the timing of the wind up and knowing where somebody's going, you don't even have to get a headshot.
Dude, another tip too that we didn't say, because in that moment that guy invaded, he must have had like 8 or 9 motes. If you get killed as the invader, you lose your motes.
Don't invade.
Do not invade with the motes.
Even if you have 3, just bank it and go.
Just do it and go. Yep. It's going to help the team out. Make sure not to do that.
Yep. So one thing we could safe to say is it's a fun game mode. But what we really want to talk about, we're going to get loot from this. You know what I mean? When Bungie revealed at, I think it was 2 weeks ago, this week at Bungie, the Drifter's going to have one. Game Informer said that he's going to have an exotic, which we don't know what that's going to be. He's going to have a set of bounties. We saw some objectives and quests, that he had. So this will be a game. I mean, because people are asking me, I haven't played PvP once since Update 2.0, and I don't foresee me playing it other than doing my 4-day reset milestones to get that done, because there's going to be so much PvE stuff to do, and I don't really consider Gambit, I know it's PvE VP, you know what I mean? But other than that, I'm not stepping in the Crucible other than that to get my milestones done, you know?
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's been great to see just the positivity across the community. I mean, my Twitter account has just lit up with so many people super excited about Gambit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just been, and it was smart. I mean, we didn't even talk about it. Destiny 2 is free with PlayStation Plus.
Free to play.
So that's one of the things I was going to talk about was the Kinderguardians that were out there.
Oh, yeah. Real quick. It's free to download and keep. I got that because I made that PlayStation guide, and a lot of people were asking, wait, I can keep this? Yes. If you have PlayStation Plus, you can download the base game for free and keep it forever. But yeah, you're right. That Saturday night, I was farming, because now I'm farming for materials, and I was in the EDZ, and man, there was just blueberry noobs everywhere. So I was none of them knew how to trigger the heroics, so I was helping them trigger all the heroics.
Oh my god, I have a story for that too. Go ahead.
Because like the Taken Blight one kept coming up, and they kept going in and shooting everything. So I was like, that's it. I got to switch to Wardcliff Coil. So as soon as it popped, I instantly Wardcliff, because Wardcliff will take out the Taken Blight thing and make it heroic within 2 seconds or whatever. And that, But it was just really cool just to see people enjoying the game and seeing a lot, of comments in that full guide that I made to people that are new, whatever, that people are liking this game again. You know what I mean?
It's funny. I went to go upgrade a weapon, and it's already as of the update that we had on the 28th. To upgrade a weapon, you have to have the planet materials for whatever that gun is, whether it be on Titan or whatever it is. So I wanted to upgrade my sleeper when I got it, because it was 340, and it doesn't really matter because light didn't really matter too much. But it was that gun, and another one took the plant materials from Titan. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go run public events on Titan. And the ones on Titan that drop are always the one with the fallen
walker
that drops those orbs. Mm-hmm. And the Kinderguardians were running around with those orbs trying to do anything. They were punching people, they were punching fallen, they were jumping, they were just running all over the place. Yeah. And I was standing by the thing with the Scorch Cannons jumping up and down and I was like, right here. No, they just couldn't figure it out. Yeah. It was hilarious.
For all the naysayers back last winter, man, hold my beer, man. That's all I got to say to you people. Yes. Destiny's back, man.
But it was funny. All the Kinderguardians were, it was hilarious. And as a matter of fact, there was the one I went to do the one on IO, which I really like. IO is probably my favorite as far as the public events. So the one on IO where you have to shoot down the ship that's flying above you, and you have the Cabal are dropping in, and you have to shoot down that red ship that's flying above you. Yeah. And I had Sleeper.
Oh, God.
And all the Kinderguardians were just running around not knowing what to do, and they're just killing the ads, and I just waited for that ship to come. It took 3 shots with Sleeper to take down that ship. And then boom, we're in heroic, and they're all like, they had no idea what's going on.
You were the hero.
Yeah,
so good.
I just rocked. You know what? I was doing that too, and I just started rocketing the ship. And the funniest thing was, all of a sudden, when it plops down, 3 dead guardians because they were new and not knowing what to do.
Right on top of them.
That's funny.
When it drops on them, they're dead or whatever. This and that. But then it says join heroic event and this and that.
Yep.
So
cool. Well, let's take a minute here to thank our first sponsor. That's On Air PC. That's right, On Air PC. Ryan and the crew over there have been awesome to us so far, and we know that you guys are. We just mentioned it. Destiny is back. Many of you want to play Destiny 2 on the PC. Great way to do it is with On Air PC. You give Ryan a call. You call him at 330-850-1525. He'll get you hooked up, talk to you on the phone, see what you're looking to do with the PC, what game do you want to play, how do you want to stream it, YouTube to Twitch, wherever you want to put it. And they'll basically walk you through what you need in terms of PC components and build the computer specifically for you. They send it out to you. They get back on the phone with you, help you get your OBS, everything set up, and get you live on the internet. So unlike other PC sites where people go to, they don't know what they're buying. You just think just because it's more expensive, it's got to be better, right? No, that's not what On Air PC does. Call Ryan, 330-850-1525. They'll help you get online, playing the games you want to play and streaming it. Caleb, you've you're going to be getting one for AJ soon, right?
Yeah, I got my laptop from Ryan, and he's working on a computer for my son. His birthday's in November, so hopefully he's not watching this right now.
Nice.
But they do a great job, and they don't try and upsell you. That's the thing that I love about those guys. They give you exactly what you need at whatever is at the best price that they can, and they don't upsell you. They're not trying to make $1 million off you. They're just not.
Nope. So again, call Ryan at On Air PC. It's 330-850-1525. You can see it on screen now. It's also in the show notes. And I know it's a different way to buy a PC, but trust me, it's much better. It's a much more personal experience for you. So On Air PC, give them a call, and they can get you live on the internet today. Guys, let's talk about this new launch trailer that came out this week because, oh my God, this has to be one of the best, if not the best launch trailers ever. I mean, we heard, and I think right after E3, we heard the quote from Cade where Aldrin says, "Do you have any last words?" And he says, "How's your sister?" And bang! Oh, it is so good. The music that's playing there, everything you see. Our Guardian talks.
Yeah, he talks now.
Words again, guys. They actually speak. I love that it's a Titan. That is shown in the trailer as the one going out to get Aldrin, because who else would be better to go get him than a Titan, right?
Right.
But what do you guys think? I mean, Sean, you've seen these cutscenes. I would assume this is somewhat of a cutscene from what's in there.
I'm afraid to mention. You know what? I'm going to tap out of this question just because the cutscene they showed are not the full cutscenes. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Okay.
And something was said that really shocked me within one of the cutscenes that was cut out of what you saw. But I'm just going to leave it at that.
The funny thing is, and I had a Mystic's in the chat. Hey, Mystic, I was talking to her on Twitter a little bit about this, but so I have always mained a female Titan Exo. And so now that we actually speak, my Guardian is going to have a female voice. That's going to be weird.
I got a female.
We were talking about that the other day, yeah.
And it was already so. Even when playing Gambit, Drifter kept going, "Okay, sister, let's do that." I was like, "What? Why are you calling me sister?" But he knows your gender. It's so funny.
Well, that's what I love. Caleb and I, we always say we're the bubble bros, but when you ever see any pictures of us, it's like I'm sitting there next to a female Titan.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. So great.
But yeah, one of the best trailers I think that they've put out ever. And then hearing you, Sean, saying that the cutscenes are way better this go around. I mean, it seems like every release the cutscenes just keep getting better and better and better. The community for now years, if you want to say it, has been asking for more cutscenes, more story. And it seems like with Forsaken, we're going to be getting some of that. We also had a new Vidoc released, and this kind of shocked me when this Vidoc first came out. Not really because they released a Vidoc about just Forsaken, but more the fact that they just laid out the roadmap. They just threw it all out there, and in the end, when you look back at it in hindsight, it makes sense, right? Because a lot of people were confused about what the annual pass was, what's included, what's not included. Well, this roadmap pretty much breaks it all down. So I mean, we can go through some of this stuff here, guys. I mean, we have Iron Banner.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, first Forsaken's coming out tomorrow, right? That's going to be out on the 4th. September 14th, we're getting the raid. So you got a week and a half for the raid. You got lots of time to kind of get yourself, where you need to be, get your fire team ready. Raid that confirmed, called the Last Wish.
That 10-day grind is going to be just as hard as the 4 days.
There's a reason they're giving us 10 days, right? There's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be an easy thing. Let's see. So Iron Banner is coming on the 18th with a new Crucible map, which is kind of cool. So that's coming
2 weeks.
on the
2 weeks
Convergence.
until Iron Banner. Yep.
September 25th, we're going to get a new Crucible mode Breakthrough, as well as the new Crucible map going live, or it says new Crucible maps live.
Okay.
So we're going to get some more maps then. Which, Sean, is that meaning that, and I don't even know if you can answer this, but does it mean that we're getting all the new Crucible maps on that date? So are there no Crucible maps coming tomorrow?
There should be based on the product description.
4 tomorrow.
4 on PlayStation, 3 on other consoles. But I always said, whenever they introduce a new event, like when we got the Leviathan, we got Emperor's Respite. When we got Distant Shore, what event hit when we got Distant Shore?
I think but it just seems like Iron Banner, they specifically mentioned new map, the Convergence, 25th. Right. Here's the new mode and new Crucible maps live.
Yeah, they're going to sneak in some new maps, but we're supposed to get 4 on PlayStation, 3 on Xbox and PC at launch, I think. But they're going to sneak some new maps, and that I don't know. I'm just speculating based on what they typically do. But I really hope that probably when the raid comes out, they'll release a raid like whatever type map, or perhaps when new live events come out. What I do hope though is I believe they said the new maps are geared towards the 4v4 competitive mode. I think, in my opinion, we need more 6v6 larger maps, man.
Yep.
Some of those maps, 6v6, some of the spawns, and some of them is still a little bit hairy on them, man, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, it says on September 25, new Crucible mode Breakthrough, new Crucible maps live.
That's what I was wondering. Like, are they not going to go live tomorrow? And then on the 25th, like, okay, here's all the 4
I think there's
going to
be additional. I think there are going to be additional ones.
Just
live,
additional ones, okay.
And, probably.
Because that would be kind of terrible if, like, tomorrow there aren't.
Right. No.
For those that just want a PvP, you know?
Yeah, no, there's got to be.
Let's see. October, Festival of the Lost returning with a twist. So we don't know exactly what that is, but I love Festival of the Lost. It's always very cool. Tower, it's actually probably my favorite event, just the way it looks.
Yep.
Let's see. And there's more things coming. The weekly playlist changes. The evolution of the Dreaming City kind of throughout that, so we know that's going to be happening. And additional surprises is what they said.
Yep.
So here we go. This is now up to December. And so
this is where I'm excited, man.
This is a big deal, right? So there's and it's very cool how they did it. On the left side is what everybody's going to get, whether you have the annual pass or not. On the right is the annual pass, people. So for free in December, you're going to get Season of the Forge, the heavy machine gun.
HMGs, baby.
Is returning, my friends.
I want my zombie apocalypse. Bring back the zombie apocalypse.
HMGs, baby.
Silver Red chasing the Thunder Lord for days again, or for weeks.
Yep.
Let's see. New weapons, new Crucible content, Iron Banner, gameplay updates, and seasonal ranks. And then the Dawning, of course, is coming back. The annual pass in that same time, we're going to get the Black Armory. It says discover weapons of light and fury. Add the Black Armory's treasure to your legend. So you're going to get access to the Black Armory if you have the annual pass. You're going to get new Forges of the Chain activity. Don't know what that is. A new raid layer, new exotics, new legendaries, new triumphs and collections, and bonus rewards. So
new Forges of the Chain activity is the one that's firing me up. So if you've watched those the Vidoc and the trailers of stuff of that, you get this whole area that you're accessing, that these amazing weapons that have been made by the greatest makers of weapons, and you get to, I'm thinking, forge them. I mean, hopefully there's a quest involved and something you have to do. Maybe it's similar to what happened with Osiris. I'm not sure.
That's what I was kind of thinking, but a little bit more of an activity rather than
anything where I can forge a weapon. Right. Yeah. If you want the hand cannon, go do this. If you want this scout rifle, go do that. Type thing, and then forge it.
Or I just want to wake up every Wednesday during December and go, YouTube, what's going on? 'Tis Arms Day. Come on, they got to bring back Arms Day, man.
Black Armory Day.
There is no reason for them not to bring back Arms Day, man. We have random rolls. We've got Banshee. Bungie, make it happen. Arms Week was in the database for the longest, and it just seemed to disappear. I don't know if it's something that might have gotten shelved. It was in the Bungie database. It might have gotten shelved because some of the catalysts for the exotics, like Service Regime, there was a few other weapons, too, that we don't have a catalyst for. You'd get them through doing a nightfall during each week of Arms Week. So, I don't know. They haven't talked about that.
Let's see. In the spring, we're going to get for free for everyone, the Season of the Drifter. So, new weapons, new Crucible content, Iron Banner, gameplay updates, and seasonal ranks. The event's going to be announced, so we don't know. Sparrow racing? Racing?
Oh, shut up.
Well,
Sean,
we can talk about.
Sean, did you ask about Sparrow racing? And Sean asks every single time he goes. Did you ask?
No, I'm saying at the summit. When I brought that question up, they're all like, "I think we have other things we need to address." This is back before Warmind came out, and they were
Did you ask about Rift?
Did I ask about Rift? I don't know.
Bring Rift back, man. Come on, you got a whole hashtag. Frick,
I have a hashtag going in my comment section. Hashtag bring back Rift. I hope they bring it back.
There you go.
You know what? Rift won't work on these small maps, I think.
No,
it won't. No.
Big 6v6 maps for Rift to work on. And
let's see. So Joker's Wild is what the annual pass holders are going to get.
That's going to be awesome.
It says Gambit was only the beginning, and the Drifter is ready to deal yet another deadly hand. So all it says is we get a new activity experience. Gambit is going to evolve, new exotics, legendaries, triumphs, and collections, and bonus rewords. So,
something tells me the Drifter is not a good guy.
I was thinking the same thing, Sean. There's something about him. I don't trust him.
He's a little smarmy in his verbiage, and if you look behind him,
he's kind of like a bounty hunter. He seems like a bounty hunter.
Yeah, he's kind of like, well, he's the Drifter. You know, he's the bounty hunter. But if you look behind him, there was some sort of like, it looked like almost. I remember someone on stream was in chat was saying it was like the darkness or something. Something was behind him that didn't look too friendly. So I don't know what that was. You know,
we'll see. And then in the summer, there's the season of the blank. They're not telling us weapons, Crucible, Iron Banner, blah 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 blah.
I wonder if it's they haven't even decided on a name yet. I bet that's what the case is there.
They probably no. You know what? I bet it's a word that would give.
I mean, it's a year. Oh, maybe, or it's a year. It's almost a year away. I mean, it's next summer.
Yeah. All right, looking at it, it shows
it's called Season of the Mesa, right?
It almost looks like a moment of
Season of the Table. That's it.
Season of the Table, Sean.
It looks like a like a Moments of Triumph type event. I mean, and that could just be a placeholder image, but it kind of has that look to it, right?
I think it is, yeah.
But then the pass holders, you're going to get Penumbra, which is, it says only the brave will learn what lurks in the shadow, only the strong will survive its teeth. Yeah, crazy. New activity experience, new raid layer, exotics, legendaries, blah, blah, blah. Same deal. So,
trying bonus rewards, yeah. Awesome.
Stuff's coming, guys. Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad they laid it out like that, you know?
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's some of the stuff that I wanted to point out, and I don't know, we were talking about quests for doing stuff for the Forge. Did you guys see the quests for the Ace of Spades?
No, please go over that.
Fill us in, man.
I was gone all last week. Yes,
all right, so the quest for the Ace of Spades, and if you don't want to know...
Where did this info come from, too, by the way, Kiddo?
Actually, I saw it in two different places. One of the ones was from Unknown Player. One of the ones was... I forget the other one. But I saw it in two different places, and this is pretty accurate. So you're going to get the quest from Banshee. Okay. And then the things that you're going to have to do are... And I'll read them off to you. So... You have to, and it's a hand cannon, obviously. So this is going to be a hand cannon quest. So it's pretty cool. But you're gonna have to get 5 invader kills with a hand cannon.
Oh Jesus!
You're gonna have to get 250 strike kills with a hand cannon.
Okay.
You're gonna have to get 25 precision kills in the Crucible with a hand cannon. You're gonna have to find Cade's stash. So there will be another Cade stash.
Okay.
And then you have to do one of the missions. And then return to Banshee and get your Ace of Spades.
Okay.
So, I mean, depending on what you think is the most difficult, I don't know, those 25 precision kills. I mean, none of those seem that difficult.
No.
I think just the time consuming is 250 kills and strikes, but this doesn't seem like it's that tough to do.
No. I mean, it's a weapon that we're all looking forward to. We all know it's happening. But like Steve Cotton and Scott Taylor teased in a few interviews, the Whisper of the Worm quest was received with a lot of accolades. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're going to bring those back. That's why I think these are not all the exotics, I think, that are in the database right now that have showed up, all those weapons. There's going to be, because remember, all of a sudden, there was a temporary keep it safe, keep it secret, whatever popped up in the database. None of us knew. I mean, we speculated it was going to be the Whisper of the Worm, but I think they're going to keep doing that, I think.
Right. Well,
that's why there's a day one patch tomorrow.
It's fine that it's not that difficult, because at least you know what you need to do. We've always asked for, tell me what I need to do to get what I want to get. So I'm cool with that. You know, it's obviously not as hard as what we had to go through with Whisper.
Yeah.
But it's at least one of those things where you know what you need to do to get what you want to get, and boom, go. That's how this should work, and I think there's going to be a lot of that in Forsaken.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There's new stuff in the Bungie store. So if you guys haven't seen these, we got a 4K to get Aldrin shirt. There's the Wanted one that has all the Barons on it. Very, very cool. Did
you see the Vanguard shirt? It's got the whole quote of whether we wanted it or not. Right?
Yeah. I love it, dude. It's super cool. So check that out. And actually, today on iTunes, the soundtrack was available. I don't think it's up yet on the Bungie store. I know a lot of people like to buy it there because they get the emblems. I've always just purchased it on iTunes, so I dove into this thing first thing this morning. And I got to tell you guys, this honestly, for me, is probably my favorite soundtrack since D1. And it probably even trumps Destiny 1. There's something about, the fact that they're going for that darker tone, and a lot of these tracks have that on it. There's one track, I think it's like the third or fourth track on the album, and it's called Once Upon a Time in the Reef. And Sean, I mean, you played some of the story bits. I know you didn't go in too deep, but there's something about it that it just fits Aldrin to a friggin' T, man.
They nailed it.
So good. It's sinister. It's dark. It has, for me as a longtime Bungie fan, it has the Michael Salvatore like metal riffs kind of underneath it. So it kind of has this. I don't want to say it sounds like Halo, but it has it. Whenever you would hear a good Halo track that had that guitar riff with the orchestral pieces that you knew was like clearly like Salvatore and Marty O'Donnell coming together. This track is that, and it's unlike anything we've heard in Destiny up to this point. It almost makes when I hear it, I think of Aldrin as like a vampire. Like it just has that look. It's so good, so great. And then just across the board, the soundtrack is awesome. So definitely, I recommend listening to it.
Tomorrow we go looking for emo Aldrin, as people are
Prince Emo.
Marilyn Manson.
Literally, dude.
But yeah, the vibe from the music that, if you listen to the story mission that I posted today, and it reminded me of the Taken King in that, and just as one reminder is that when you logged into the Taken King and you were in orbit, and actually the music right now is in Destiny 2. When you flew into orbit, the new music, the orbit music, you knew Oryx had arrived in town, right? You knew something bad and something had come to the solar system to kill us, basically. So I think the vibe music that was in the first story mission that I posted today definitely had that kind of vibe of like a Western, kind of eerie, but also kind of me as a musician trying to explain it would be like I had like an exploration, fun type of vibe, but eerie at the same time, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's great, man. It seems like each Baron has their own little theme as well, so when you listen to it. So it's going to be one of those things come 3-4 months from now. I'm probably even sooner than that. We're going to fight these guys so many times. We're going to start hearing, you'll hear the track and you'll know who it is. Yeah. Like that's one of the things that I've always loved about Bungie games. You hear the music and you can just picture yourself playing it and in that moment where you are in the game and what you're doing. And it's great, man. They knocked it out of the park again. So I just cannot wait to play it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Quick things too. Speaking of tomorrow, remember tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. That's 10 a.m. Eastern time. Players will no longer be able to log into Destiny at 7:30. It's just going to be completely taken offline. So that's 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and then it's going to basically be down until 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Forsaken will become available on all platforms.
Yep.
So,
assuming that we don't get weaseled or
or do you remember Rise of Iron
K-Dub? Tapered? We get tapered.
Remember being in queue for Rise of Iron K-Dub?
Yeah, dude, we were the taper errors were
ridiculous.
The taper emotes or emoji. All the taper stuff on Twitter was ridiculous.
What's your plans? What's everybody's plans for tomorrow? What are you doing?
I have a business meeting all the way up until 2. So I'm probably not going to be home till like 2:30, but that'll allow me to maybe miss all the taper errors. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Just wait.
Right.
Sean, what about you? You going live right away on the channel?
My plans are people might want to tune in to my channel at a certain time tomorrow to see a certain thing or certain things.
Awesome.
I'll say that. And then I will go live as soon as Forsaken actually goes live. And then I always put it out there to folks. Every this has helped me enormous with this channel too. If you get an exotic, hit me up on Twitter or my email address in the about section. If I could jump on your account to do an exotic review, I love doing exotic reviews and give you a full shout out and credit and everything, because exotic reviews for me are the most fun things to crank out as soon as new DLC or content comes out. So if you get an exotic, hit me up on Twitter. I will DM you and use your account and give you a full shout out.
Awesome. Yeah, I work tomorrow 12 to 9, so I want to be at work just an hour before. I know. But when I get out, I'm playing tomorrow night.
You're looking a little under the weather, dude.
Mark, you're looking pale man. Right now. You sweat. I see sweat. You're pale right now.
You're looking peaked.
I look like Aldrin right now. I gotta cosplay Aldrin tomorrow. Maybe I can go home. But no, when I get home from work, I'm hopping on tomorrow night, playing for probably 3 or 4 hours. So rocking it out, man. But I'm off next week, so we'll definitely be diving in deep next week. But all right, before we get to our call-ins, guys, let's thank our final sponsor here. That's Gamer Goo. If you've never experienced Gamer Goo, take it from us. We highly recommend it. This is the thing that you put on your hands when you are in those sweaty Gambit matches, which I'm sure many of you played some damn sweaty Gambit matches this week. I know just the few matches I was able to finally get in on vacation. Man, they're nail biters, no doubt. So put some Gamer Goo on this stuff. It's literally deodorant for your hand to stop your hands for sweating. It lasts for up to 4 hours. Comes in multiple flavors. We got cinnamon, peppermint, and orange. You can try it for free if you go to gamergoo.com. You can get a free trial of the 3 different flavors. Check it out. Use promo code Guardian to get 10% off your order. And I know
it's literally a non-sweat. It literally helps works, you. Man. Not sweat.
It smells so good. Don't lick your hands.
Right. I put it. My dog goes nuts when I put it on.
It smells so good, man.
But you know what I will say? I'm a guy that hates to put on lotion. Like, I just hate putting lotion on my hands because you just feel greasy in that. No, you will not. Trust me. This is one thing where you can safely put it on your hands once it dries. You can pick up your phone and it's not going to leave smudges all over your screen. I'll tell you that. Which to me is a big. I hate it. I hate lotion. I hate putting that crap on. When I'm going to be touching my phone and stuff like that. So don't worry about it. Gamer Goo, go to gamergoo.com, use promo code Guardian, get 10% off your order, and it's great. It's awesome. You can get a free trial when you go to the website. So again, gamergoo.com. You can find it in the show notes. It's up on the screen right now. Give it a shot and get ready for some Gambit in Forsaken. We highly recommend it, guys.
For sure.
So, all right. Are we ready to move on to some call-ins, boys?
Let's do it.
Let's get the hype going. All right. I'm going to put a little cover image up here because we don't want people seeing everybody.
Just so everybody knows, we're not going to be calling David from Seattle.
That's right.
Being that it is Labor Day and everybody is off work, we're not doing that. We'll do that another time.
I decided I did not want to go and call or ask them to call in on the holiday. So there is no Bungie folks. However, there may be some Bungie folks in the coming week. So
right.
All right. I don't know if you can hear those beeps. Bleep bleep. All right, we're calling right now. Talk amongst yourselves here while we call.
I can't hear it. I can't.
Right, so how about those Scorn? Oh yeah, the new Scorn are awesome, man. You got the chainmail dudes just swinging things around, and then you have to shoot the crit. The crit spot is the chainmail solar thing. If you shoot their body, there's no crit spots, and if you kill their body, if you shoot them and kill them with body or headshots, they drop the lantern. The lantern.
All right. Hey, Guy, what's up, man? Guy, what's up?
Not much.
Hey,
Not
Guy.
much.
Awesome, man. Thanks for joining us. You're on Guardian Radio, dude. How are you?
Doing good.
Awesome,
this is awesome.
Well, where
I'm
are you
actually
from,
glad
dude?
y'all got my updates. I am from the greatest country of all, Texas.
All right. Texas. There we go.
Dude, I love it, man. How hyped are you for Forsaken?
I am extremely hyped. The only thing I am saddened about is I actually got to work tomorrow.
I'm with you, man. Don't worry about it. You'll be able to. What time do you work till?
I work from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, man.
I get out at 9 too, man. So you're all right. I'll feel your pain, man. We'll be feeling the pain, each of us here. I work 12 to 9, so we'll get through it. But what do you got for us this week, man? You got a question or topic you want to bring up?
I was actually thinking about a topic of, actually getting some kind of gun modifications to where changing the visual outlines of the guns. Because, honestly, about 50%, if not more, of Destiny gameplay is you're looking at your gun. So I want to be able to change the outline or do something, maybe align it with the perks like I said in the email, have it to where fitted stock, maybe change it to where it's maybe a forward grip, or maybe change the stock outline or something like that.
Yeah, so like if you put on something, let's say for stability, you see a stock, right? Or maybe like a foregrip or something. Or if you put on something with high caliber rounds, all of a sudden the barrel changes or something, right?
Yeah.
Love that idea, dude. Love that idea, man.
I mean, I wonder how visible that would be also to like your opponents. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
well,
a lot
Call
of times,
Duty does that, man. You know,
where you can see it all kind of hanging off. I think that'd be great, man. Especially because you think about it, when let's say you get killed by someone, and you go to inspect them, you don't really have time to inspect the other team so much, you know, like when you're dead, because you're almost spawning so fast.
Yeah.
So if you could visually look at somebody and see that perk right away. What would you guys think if they did something where next to the name tag, it showed the icon for the mods that they had equipped? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, do that, maybe, yeah.
That could be something. I mean, just something to, like I said, I mean, almost the weapons are all either reskins or rehashes of other weapons throughout the game. So it's just, why not make them a little bit personalized, you know, especially with the random rolls coming in.
Yeah.
Make them a little bit more personalized, because, like I said, we stare at them for about 50% of the game.
That's right. Yep, I like it, man. Well, Guy, what are you looking forward to the most with Forsaken?
The random rolls.
Random rolls.
I had a god roll in D1 when the auto rifles were awesome. I had a shadow price with counterbalance, Zen moment, and third eye.
Ooh, nice.
It melted in the crucible.
Nice roll, man. I had my Lord High Fixer with rifle barrel, true sight, sure shot, rangefinder, and I forgot what the middle perk was, but yeah, I never took that thing off. It was so awesome. Sweet, man.
Nice. All right, dude. Well, final question here. What's your race and class?
Awoken Hunter.
Okay.
All right. One for the hunters. We'll mark one up for the hunters. It's all right. You know, it's Texas. So we'll mark one down there for the hunters. But all right, Guy. We'll have fun tomorrow, man. Thanks for calling in, dude.
Not a problem. You have a good one.
Man. Yep. Take care, man.
Take care, dude.
Bye.
All right. There we go. That's Guy from Texas.
Sorry, stream. We gotta just put an image up on screen right now, because if we, Mark's gonna show the person's phone number on the screen if he doesn't have that image up there. So we'll be back on screen right after we finish.
Yeah, that's why we gotta have it up there, guys, because it'll show the number there. So
we almost gave out Deej's phone number one time.
Yes,
that was happening. That was an audio cue, and I was about ready to have a heart attack. All right, let's see. Next one here. This is gonna be Michael. Let's call Michael here. Talk amongst yourselves while we get Michael ready to go.
Okay, then we had the Screeb, which run around on all fours, and these Scorn, they blow up like Curse Thrall, and they're worse than Curse Thrall because they're short, they're fast, and they blow up with kind of like an ether explosion.
They explode. They explode.
Really cool. And if you're in chat, we will give away a fresh copy. You can peel the.
Hello?
Yep, Michael, what's up, dude?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
You like it.
Awesome, man. Well, how's your Forsaken hype? Are you keeping it under control right now, or what?
Yeah, dude, I'm really stoked. I had gotten away from Destiny 2 for a minute, got really busy, and just hadn't been playing too much after about December, January. And then Forsaken was announced, and I watched the Vidoc and everything, and I was like, "Oh, dude, yes! Like I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this." So I've been just getting amped, getting hyped. I'm off tomorrow, so that's
nice.
Oh, nice.
Perfect timing, my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. You got a question or topic for us tonight?
Yes. Yeah. So when I originally sent the email in, it was about raid theories and things like that. But as I got to thinking, I was like, actually, I don't really want to talk about that. I want to talk about memories, experiences through Destiny 2, because that was just a big thing for me. Like my favorite memory from Destiny is from the first game. It was through Taken King, doing the hard mode raid. And I hadn't done raids a whole lot, when the first couple expansions of Destiny 1 came out. And that Oryx raid was the first week I got in there, I cranked it out. Taken King was when I joined, my first clan, the Wayward Raiders.
Wait, is that Ed's clan?
Oh yeah.
That's Ed's clan.
Nice.
That's cool.
So I'm sure you guys will be talking to him later tonight. but yeah, and so I ended up just being with a random LFG group, and we had been playing it for a while, doing the hard mode, just trying to win, trying to crank it out, and my favorite class from Destiny 1, because I'm a Warlock, so
yes,
go ahead and I'll close that.
Yeah. One from Warlock.
Yeah. And so I used the Sunsinger class. I loved that. And so I'm really glad that the support class is coming back for Warlocks, because I loved the self-revive. It was so helpful in those raids.
Yep.
And we were getting Oryx down, and there was that point where he had that 1% health left. And you just had to just fire
do
everything
damage. Yeah, everybody just hit him.
Yeah, and there were still some enemies left, and had killed all of us. We all ended up dying, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, we were so close. We almost had it." And then I had my self-res, and I just popped it up. Had my black
nice.
Shot a few shots in, killed Oryx. Everyone's freaking out. They spawn back. We all get the rewards, and it was so awesome. It was just such a crazy experience, and that's the whole thing. All these people I know that just have never done raids. I'm like, no, that's where the best gameplay is.
Yep.
That's where you have the most moments. That's where I've made the most friends. I've met the most people. So it's really important to get out there and at least attempt to do those raids.
I think hearing with Forsaken that they're bringing back bosses. This is the most bosses they've ever had in any raid. That's what got me excited, because let's face it, Leviathan, it's cool, it's a neat space, the encounters are kind of neat, but it's more puzzly than it is fighting the bosses, and to me that's what I loved. The moment you just explained is awesome. You're going to remember that forever. Like you said, you're going to go to all your friends that don't play Destiny, have never raided, and say, you need to do this. This is why I had this moment that is amazing. You got to be the hero for your whole team. And it just seems like we didn't get enough of that with the Leviathan, or moments for that to happen.
Right. I think Mark and I both. I think ours is raid day, first day for. We did blind raid for
Crota?
Crota. Thank you.
Yep.
That day when we dropped down that hole that first time was the most epic memory that we've had in Destiny. It was so intense and mysterious and amazing that it was just Crota will always be, even though it's probably not the best raid, that will always be my best memory.
Yeah, and that's the thing with me in the Oryx raid. It's like it's a nostalgia thing. It's like the Dreaming City and all. It's like this new Forsaken raid may be better than the Taken King raid, but it's like it's a nostalgia thing where it's like that. It'll always hold. It's like the original trilogy for Star Wars for a lot of people is like no matter what comes out, that will always be the best because it's got all these memories. So it's just great to form those memories and those bonds with people and so so that's why I really want to talk about just experiences and memories going into our fifth year of just Destiny as a whole.
Fifth year, man. So it's nuts. What are you looking forward to the most with Forsaken?
That's hard because there's a lot. I always love the stories. I crank out the story just as fast as I can, just because I just eat that up. But I'm really excited because I'm going to be honest. I haven't played. I just talked about how important and how fun it is and great it is to do raids, but I haven't done the raid layers. Didn't do Spire of Stars or Eater of Worlds. I haven't played it. I don't know the mechanics for it or anything, and I want to go back and play those eventually. But
they're fun. They're fun, man. You got to try them.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm really looking forward just to being excited for a raid again, because even though Viron's raid, day one went in blind. It was with a group from the clan, and we were figuring things out and trying to beat it and trying to learn it. And it was a great time with them. But the raid itself, I was like, yeah, this was fun, but I liked Wrath of the Machine better, and I liked Oryx better. And so I'm really looking forward to having that moment where I'm constantly wanting to play every week because I'm so in love with this new raid. And I really think I'm going to get that from Forsaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. What's got me excited too is the raid, but I think just overall the end game content of the Dreaming City, because we're hearing the Dreaming City was built for end game players, and so I think even if you are a solo player, even if you have maybe a few friends, a smaller fire team, you can still go to the Dreaming City, and there's going to be somewhat raid-like sense, and we know it's going to be changing every week. So there's going to be, I think, even some epic things in that space that will give people that raid feeling that they're going to actually really enjoy. So, all right, man. Well, you already told us you're a warlock, so that's usually the last question we ask. But what race do you play? What race?
I'm a human warlock.
Okay.
But I called last year and I had pimped a D&D themed Destiny idea, and that's still on the table if we want to work something out with Bungie.
All right, man. Nice.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling, dude.
All right, man. Thanks for calling, dude.
No problem, bud.
Later, man.
Take care.
See you.
Bye.
All right, let's see. Our next caller, he mentioned Wayward Raiders. I think some people may know that this next name here we're going to call.
Is this an MVG? Is this an MVG? This is an
MVG actually that we're calling here. Let's see.
All right, so while you're doing the call, everyone in chat's arguing over are the Scorn reskins. No, they look different, they sound different, they have different abilities. Watch my gameplay today of you and Kate and Petra fighting them.
Not
they
even
are
close to reskins.
They're not like the Siva were. Siva was taken were reskins. No, the Scorn are completely different enemies. Trust me.
Hello. Hey. Ed, what's up, man?
I'm an old man. My ears are tired. My legs are deaf.
No, you're not.
How are you, gentlemen?
We're good, Ed. How about you, man?
Oh, I'm quite good, actually. I'm quite good. I got a half day off tomorrow, and I'll be home hopefully when it launches. Since I can't seem to use mind control for my TV and my console to make them launch it now, it's just not working.
No,
I tried that too, man. It's
wait until tomorrow, and then maybe Wednesday. I'm supposed to go to a meeting in the state capitol for my job, but there's other personal things that are keeping me out. So I might have to take a day. We'll see and play. And I'd love to be playing Wednesday night, but I'm going to see Springsteen on Broadway.
Oh boy!
Oh, listen to this guy,
the boss, Bruce.
Ed, did you pick up the soundtrack yet?
I have not. I didn't know it was out until I saw your Twitter feed. But
you gotta get it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm not. I got a bunch of Bungie store emblems, so I'm not so concerned about getting the hard copy. Excuse me, but I'll pick it up. Yeah.
Well, Ed, what are you looking forward to the most with Forsaken?
Well, what am I looking forward to? Probably, this is going to be a very common thing, I think, but I'm looking forward to the raid. I'm hoping that the raid lives up to, for some people, their favorite is Wrath of the Machine. Mine is King's Fall. A raid where mechanics, story, and excellent hard-to-kill bosses are balanced. I'm not a big fan, I'm sorry, to the designers of Spire, because I just think it's all about mechanics. And
I'm kind of with you there, Ed. I did it once, and you know what? If there was good loot, I might want to do it. But I love Eater of Worlds because it reminds me of Axis, the Wrath of the Machine kind of fight.
Yeah. I like Eater of Worlds too because it's everybody has a job to do, and it's not crazy difficult to figure out what you have to do and where you have to be at any one time. And we have groups I know and my clan clear it regularly. We just did it last night, and it's a lot of fun. It's very satisfying. The loot right now is beside the point. We have everything they can possibly give us. So that's the other thing I'm looking forward to, Mark. Just a refresh is that we've got all new stuff. Does anybody know? Now I don't know if you can even say this, Sean. If you do know what the soft cap is.
No, we're guessing. I guess 500. I guess 500. We don't know.
A lot of people keep using that term soft cap, but if we think about it, the soft cap is going to change. I mean, as you're progressing with your milestones, and then all of a sudden the vendor gear starts dropping a little bit higher, and then you get another milestone that starts dropping a little bit higher. So I don't know. I kind of don't look at it as a soft cap. I just kind of look at it as, well, we got to get to 600, and I don't know what the rate is going to be. I heard rumors what it's going to be, but I don't want to give any spoilers just in terms of what I think it's going to be power-wise.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I had heard that too, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
yeah.
Didn't they say, Sean, I mean, didn't they say that they want to make it where almost no matter what you do, you're going to be able to go up a little bit? So you could be 600 and go back and do the raid with your friend that's 500, and it'll still be worthwhile for you to do it. So I'm almost wondering if we're not necessarily going to hit that soft cap. Like if you're always going to be able to do something that may be just one light higher, and maybe that one item, and the cap may be that they're just going to give you weapons that aren't really what you need. Although, didn't they change the infusion this time too, where you don't have to infuse a shotgun into a shotgun, right?
Yeah, it could be anything that's in that
So
slot.
see, that even makes it easier. I mean, of course you got to get the planetary materials, but you can still infuse it. And that's really, I think, what's going to slow people down, is that you're going to have to, like, oh great, I got this great gun, I want to infuse it in, but then I got to go farm, which you could still buy. We're going to be able to buy the materials, right, if needed. But I think that's going to slow down the leveling just a little bit.
Well, for me, aside from doing the raid, all I've been doing in the last week has been farming materials to be ready for infusion to have enough.
So, Ed, before you get to your question or a thing that you want to talk about, we have a tradition with you when you call in. You have to tell your Destiny joke.
Oh, my Destiny joke. All right. Well, and it kind of fits this year because, Destiny very much in the last 12 months has had its peaks and valleys, and I always try to think that when something like that happens, it kind of coordinates with sex, Destiny is a lot like sex. When it's good, it's really good, and when it's bad, it's still pretty good.
It's still kind of good.
Yeah, still pretty good.
Nice, man.
All right, Ed, but what do you got? You got a topic or anything you just want to, I guess, say to the community here as we go on
I've got pages and pages. So let's just, I really loved Gambit. And I wonder if this, in some regards, could be a game changer for Destiny. Could this be the esport thing? Because the idea of like designated invader and having all the things you guys were talking about earlier were things that were naturally developing when I played this weekend. And one guy from our clan, I got to give a shout out to Dishonored Halo, was a beast as an invader. He would go in and destroy the entire team again and again and again. And of course, we've now learned that it's better to just destroy 3 of them, because if you destroy all 4, your timer goes away and you're returned. So you want to kill 3 and let them revive and then try to kill again and again. But I think Gambit is, I don't know, maybe I haven't played it enough to get jaded or tired with it, but it was so much fun, and it lacked one negative ingredient that you can have in the Crucible: salt. It was just like, oh well, we won, we lost. It was fun. I had a great time, and I didn't feel like, oh, that damn guy, he was doing this or that. I just enjoyed it so much, and I wonder if it's got a place as Destiny's competitive esport, because it sure looked good last Friday in that demo from Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this, Ed, the fact that Fortnite can be an esport, that is just a massive 100-man. Like my son, literally before we went on air today, was watching the Fortnite competition they have at PAX. And they've been able to finagle that and make it into an esport and whatever. Gambit is just ripe with being an esport, with all the tactics involved, all the roles that are involved, all the different weapons you can bring in. I think that is what is going to make Destiny the esport, because it pulls in everything that's great about Destiny, the PvE, the PvP. It leads to those hero moments. That was one of the things, even at Guardian Con when they did it. There was those hero moments that we got to see. I think that's it. And it differentiates itself from every other game that's out there. It's not just another search and destroy that Call of Duty has, which Destiny tried to kind of do with their competitive modes. It's like, no, this is Destiny competitive. It's totally different than anything that's out there. And I think the esports side, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely
going to do Fortnite, it. I'm not a big follower of it, but I believe, in my amateur opinion, that a lot of Fortnite's success as an esport is due in part to the personalities that play it, and who are pleasant and funny and can be really entertaining to watch. Gambit is just it's like watching hockey to me. It is so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, if I need to go to sleep and I'm tired, I'll watch Fortnite, because to me it's boring as F. I mean, but you're right. It goes back to the entertainer.
Wait a minute. Were you talking about hockey?
Huh? No. I'm talking about Fortnite.
Oh,
Fortnite.
I'm sorry. I thought you were just dissing hockey. I almost had a heart attack.
Fortnite puts me to sleep. No. But if you watch Dr. Disrespect or Crafty, well, really Dr. Disrespect, because he's just hysterical or whatever. But the game itself just is boring for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Let's see. What else have I got here, guys? I think that's about it, actually. Although I am interested. I got just a couple of things more. I'm interested in what is motivating Prince Aldrin. You know, because there's that line in the trailer that says "Unleash Chaos," and I think of the line from The Dark Knight where Alfred says to Bruce, "Some men just want to watch the world burn."
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm wondering, is that part of this? Does he just want to unleash chaos?
I think his sister's
make the world as
involved,
unhappy as I am.
I think his sister's involved. We'll see, but I think his sister's involved.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out tomorrow, but I think that's gonna be a big thing.
Cool, man.
All righty, Ed. Well, any final words here for the community?
Yes, I just would like, if you will permit me, 3 short shout-outs. The first is
whatever you want.
Of course.
Sure.
A gentleman with you guys. Sean, 200,000. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude.
I've been banging that drum for a year, and I was happy to see that you're well over, and 300 is around the corner.
Oh,
300,000 in 2019.
I think we could do it.
I think you can too. I mean, the time is ripe. You know, there's all new content. You know, all you have to do is never sleep.
Well, that, and plus, I mean, listen, I cover any game that I like, man. And look, people don't want to hear this, but I was addicted to Black Ops 4, the beta. I love that game. Not necessarily that I'll cover it, but Red Dead Redemption's coming out, The Division 2. I covered that game ad nauseum. There's a lot of games to cover.
And Anthem.
So we can kind of so there's a time frame on this. So by the way, when Forsaken drops, we can kind of book that in 3 weeks. Mesa will be sick.
Oh God! Well, no. I pop 2 vitamin C pills every single day for the last few weeks. Beverly, my girlfriend, she's a nurse. She's like, she told me the exact milligrams that I had to buy and take every day. So she's like, you better pop that every day and make sure you get sleep. So.
The dog's going to be scratching at the door. Take me out, please. Show me the sun.
Oh, man.
And the 2 other shout-outs was, I know I mentioned this the last time I was on. My son got his PhD, and today he taught his first course at a university. He's working in the Netherlands.
Awesome.
We miss him, but I'm really, really proud of him. And
is he teaching classes in the Red District, or what's he doing?
No. Everybody asks. That's in a different city. He worked close to The Hague, but I plan on visiting some of those coffee shops when we get over there. I understand they have some interesting items
some
to
good
offer.
Coffee.
Yeah. And lastly, guys, one of our clanmates, his gamer tag, never fails to get an eye roll from my wife. The individual known as Count von Booger and his wife, Mrs. Booger, just a couple of weeks ago flicked out a little bug named Evelyn, and the clan is all very happy and proud for him and the new baby.
Nice.
And I just wanted to give him a shout out.
Awesome, Ed.
Awesome, dude, man.
All righty, Ed. Well, thanks you, man, for calling in as always.
Al, thanks for having me. Enjoy this week. I mean, this is, I can remember not so long ago, the IGN Fire Chat show was talking about how about we start talking about other games, because that was how dire the situation was with Destiny. They wanted input from their audience. What else might we talk about if we choose to do that? And look where we are today. I'm really happy and grateful, and thanks to Bungie for listening.
Yep,
definitely. Awesome.
All right, Ed. Well, take care, man. Enjoy it.
All right, Jen.
Thanks, Ed. You're
We'll
the
see you in
best,
the reef.
man.
You too.
We'll see you in the reef, man.
Right. Yep.
Cool.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. Ed, our MVG.
MVG,
always
most
here,
valuable guardian.
That's it.
And before we wrap up the show, we're going to give away that code. Don't worry, guys.
Yes. So, guys in chat, I know people have been dying here in our chat, waiting to see who can possibly win it. So, Sean, I'm going to kick it to you. And the way this is going to work, Sean, you're going to put a question.
Can we go back to the camera? Do we have the cameras up?
Yep, cameras are up, man.
Okay.
There we go. Yep, we're good.
Oh, all right. I'm so delayed on you. Like YouTube,
Yeah,
such a
it's
delay.
big delay. I know. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, folks. To make this even and fair for everyone, okay? I'm going to type a question in chat. Whoever answers it first, I'm going to screenshot it, and then you will win yourself a copy of Forsaken with also the annual pass. So if you already have it, yeah. Oh, that's right. For PlayStation 4. So if you have it already, don't answer the question, please. Don't answer it, okay? If you have it but have a friend or a brother or a cousin that needs it, okay, then, please answer the question. So I'm going to type that question. Well, actually, I have it already written out and copy paste it. Now, this will be a question if you've been following Mesa Fail here since the beginning of Destiny 2. We put Destiny 1 behind. Usually, I always ask like an old Destiny 1 question. This is going to be a random Destiny 2 question that I'm going to copy and paste and put into chat. Whoever gets it right first, I will screenshot it, and you will get yourself a copy of Forsaken for PlayStation 4 with the annual pass. Ready? Here we go. I just pasted it, and there it goes.
Question is, what was the first exotic armor piece Mesa Sean received in Destiny 2?
Nice.
It's
It's probably a warlock piece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, Sean.
Here we go. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
When Sean
I gotta
sees
start.
it.
All right. No, hold on.
I'm seeing
it just went up so
I'm
fast.
seeing mine, a tractor cannon, lucky
Exotic
mine, a
armor
vigilance.
piece. An
Some
armor
sort of stomp piece.
Destiny 2, guys.
Skyburner's
Destiny
Oath,
2.
Galahorn,
Destiny 2.
Warlock
Whoa.
Exotic, Lucky Pants, Doomfang, Risk
Dest-
Runner,
Destiny
Jade Rabbit,
2.
Orpheus Rig, Sunbracer, Skull at Iron Car. Guys at home, I know this isn't, you're not seeing this, but the chat is just going bananas right now. We have
That is going crazy.
over almost 1,200 people at this point now. We were higher than that before. Some people dropped off. We got almost 1,200 here going crazy in the chat right now.
Okay, hold on. I spotted it. But let me see. I just want to make sure. Hold on. I'm going to take a screenshot to make sure. Okay, I got you. I took the screenshot. And it looks like Motor Power got it. Just want to make sure that no one else answered it before him. All right.
I see it.
No. Actually, I'm sorry. Someone else got it before him. There's a lot of chat here. All right, hold on. Let me take a screenshot. This one was before him.
I do see somebody. Scruggs Gaming above him.
No, I see another one, too, that got it before him, too. Okay, hold on. Okay.
All right, I see somebody else. All right, here's what we're going to do. Sean's going to figure it out. Congratulations to whoever in chat got it, because you guys were just dumping almost every exotic you could possibly think of in the game.
Okay, actually, one of the sponsors got it. A-Train99 got it. Yeah, it was I Have Another World. And I picked that because that's such a random question. It's not a good exotic, but yeah, that was the first exotic that I picked. So A-Train99 WSU, you won yourself a copy of Destiny 2 Forsaken with the annual pass. So what I need you to do now is A-Train, put your email. Well, actually, no. Don't put your email. Well, yeah. Put your email address in chat right now, and then I will send you an email.
Don't do that.
What? No, don't do
smart,
that.
Sean.
Just send you a message on Twitter. DM them.
Yeah, okay. That's going to make sure it's the right.
Or you could email Guardian Radio if you want.
That's
even,
the best
and I can
thing to
forward it.
do.
Email Guardian
Yeah.
Radio feedback at theguardiansofdestiny.com. Put our email in chat, Sean, and he can.
All right,
I don't know
A-Train,
if we can confirm that.
what do you feel comfortable with? Your Twitter? If you have a Twitter, I could DM you right now. I just got to see the
email.
Twitter.
Either that or email us.
If you have a Twitter, you're all set because I could just DM you literally right now the code. I'll just wait for A-Train to
Yeah,
respond.
DM's the right way, Mystic said, because then you can know exactly what it is.
Hate the delay on YouTube gaming, the way it does it like this.
All right, well, let's stick around right now here. Let's wrap the show up, and then we'll figure out all the logistics with him. But guys, we're here now. That was pretty bananas, right? It's bananas what that was.
It was a banana.
Forsaken's here, guys. We're ready to roll. Next week, we're going to be breaking down all our thoughts and impressions. Generally, when it comes to the game, we kind of go all spoilerific. with our show right after. I think we're probably going to do that again next week. I would assume at least by next week, most of us and many of you tuning into this will be through at least quote unquote the campaign. I mean, I know we're hunting down barons, and the kind of the order everybody can do it in is a little bit different. But I would assume most of us will be to the Dreaming City by next week. So next week, that's what we'll do. We'll talk about everything pre-Dreaming City, pre-Endgame, and then the following week we'll go in and talk about Dreaming City, and then hopefully the raid. I mean, I don't know if we'll all be able to get into the raid, but at least we can get give thoughts and that on where we are.
I probably will not be doing raid on the drop day.
I won't. I know I definitely won't.
I'll be doing it that first day, but we are not going for worlds first. We want to have fun. We want to explore. We were going to take as much time as we can. Maybe we'll do half of it the first day, half of it the second day, but we just want to have fun. So, A-Train, send me that link, man.
We will be firing up the Guardian Radio Twitch channel as well. So if you want to follow myself just playing, go to twitch.tv/Guardian Radio. You can follow me there. I will be streaming tomorrow night as well as kind of random times here throughout this week. But next week, I am off all week long. I'll be streaming every single day, at least from 1 to 5 every day, 1 to 4 Eastern time, and then probably in the mornings as well. But Sean, you're going to be, I'm sure, going bananas. Get some sleep, Sean.
Live. Yeah, I might have something up live tomorrow that's showing off some things, and then I'm going to have I'll be streaming as soon as it goes live, and pretty much we'll just go all day. And then if anyone gets an exotic, please hit me up on Twitter, or my email address is Mesa Sean with a letter Y at the end. A-Train, send me the link to your Twitter because I searched for it.
Everybody in chat's saying Caden got it first, just so you know. So we got to go back and review it.
I know. We'll have to go back and review it, but I took the screenshot, man. He was the first one that nailed it. So A-Train, put that link in. But yeah, Sean, I'll be streaming and I'll be giving away a SCUF controller tomorrow, either Xbox, PS4, whether you want an Impact or if you want a Infinity Pro. I don't know if the Vantages are available just yet, but I could ask, or whatever now. And just folks, when you see your chat is different than my chat, because right. I've done these giveaways before too, where someone swore that someone else got it first, but then on my screen it showed someone else that had it first. So, A-Train, make sure you put that link. I'm waiting for that, dude.
Can we also, everybody out there, just do me a favor when it comes to your playthrough of Forsaken. Take your time and have fun. Don't rush through this. I know we say this every time, and people get so caught up with having to just be the highest light level and doing all. Just go have fun with the game. Enjoy what's out there. And it's from what it seems, and hearing Sean talk about it, and the people that we know that have played it as well, it seems like there is a lot in here. There's going to be a lot to experience. Go out and have some fun, right? And of course, just enjoy it.
I have one last thing I want to say. I forgot to mention this during the show. We didn't talk about the escapees.
We didn't.
Oh, yeah.
So I encountered one escapee, and I put it on Twitter. It was a wanted escapee. It was a Cabal. He was 480 light, and he was one-shotting the hell out of me, and I couldn't even damage him. And I put on my highest gear. I tried different things. I tried Sleeper. I tried everything. Couldn't even damage him, and he would one-shot me no matter what.
Crazy.
It was. Did you guys experience any escapees at all?
Yeah, I ran into them in the Heroic, the Legacy Strikes, and also the Nightfall. We ran into one, but we were able to kill it though. But I don't think it was nearly as high power level as
mine
that.
Was
definitely lower.
That one that I saw you fighting Kid up. I saw another screenshot of somebody else like that same one. Where was that? Was that on IO?
That was on IO.
Yes, that was the one I had seen, and you could tell he was just like a beast. There's no way you're taking him down.
Yep.
So, but very cool. It's something else added to the game. So.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Well, let's wrap it up there. Again, as always, thank you guys for tuning into the show, making us a part of your week. However you're tuning in, whether it's through iTunes, through Podbean, through YouTube, whatever, thank you so much. And with that, we'll catch you guys next week. Head to the reef. Let's go.
How's your sister?
I'm gonna do my Cade 6 impression.
How's your sister?
Too soon.